We made it. Oh, hey Kevin.
What's up?
How are you?
I'm alright.
We never start like that. We should do that. How are you?
That's true. A little check-in. Everybody's checking with your friends.
Everybody checking with your friends.
I'm good.
Good.
You know, tired.
Yeah.
But
Same.
we moving
I'm about to go on holiday.
again. She's so bougie.
No.
What did you say in the group chat the other day?
I'm not bougie.
What did you say? You said you're gonna be what? Where are you editing?
What?
What countries are you editing these clips in?
Jamaica.
And then?
I just said I can
then?
help. Dubai.
How bougie is that?
Technically, if you really think about it,
Yes.
it's not actually bougie. First of all, Jamaica's technically a family holiday.
I get it.
Secondly, Dubai, I paid it off monthly and it's actually like a little cheap all-inclusive thingy. Not no bougie, I'm going on the palm.
I don't know, man. That sounds bougie to me. If it was me, I'm editing at home.
Yeah, I am at home.
I'm not
just
bougie.
somebody else's
I'm
home.
just not bougie like that. Man. I don't get flued out.
Okay, maybe I should ask her how you are.
She ain't getting flued out. She did it off her own back, y'all.
Yeah, okay. Well, we're back.
Yeah. I miss this couch.
Same. They're going to get new
I might
ones.
have to take it home. Scott, Jamie, let me know.
Yeah.
I'll take it off your hands.
I've got like the perfect dent of where my
Your ass cheeks is at.
ass cheeks are sitting. And it's
So when she
just
sat
comfortable.
down again, she was trying to find her hole. It was wild. I hope that got recorded.
Right, so you didn't have to tell them that bit.
Well, we're
This
being
is how I got
transparent.
into the seat if anyone wanted to know.
She old as hell, boy.
Yes. Yeah. Actually, did you not say that you weren't old? If you're not old, I'm not old.
Technically, you're older than me, though.
Yeah. Okay.
You're
Anywho.
94. I'm 95.
Yeah.
Yeah. The last of the real generation.
you're at
Then
the
it
end.
starts to kind of like...
You're at the end. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Cool.
we're here. We're back. And we're here with a very serious conversation this time, I think.
We're referring back
I
to
think-
episode 1.
Yeah, we're taking it back. For anyone that's seen episode 1,
If you haven't,
know.
go back and
Go
check.
back. You'll know we started the topic of the word crazy and where that leads. So I think now we've got the time to go into that. And we can really delve into what crazy means, the definition of crazy.
What makes you crazy
Okay,
in a
so-
relationship?
Let me start with this though.
Talk to me.
So the first thing I did when thinking about this
Yeah.
is I Googled the definition of crazy.
Oh, okay. We're getting scientific now. Scientific?
Let me read that for you.
That sounds weird.
So
We're a scholar.
I thought this was so interesting for the conversation we're about to have, okay?
Right.
So if you Google the definition of crazy, it actually comes up with,
Kevin. Nah, I'm definitely not crazy.
don't put yourself in that category.
Nah, I'm not. Thank God I'm not.
So, you know how like when you Google it, it gives you like different ways the word can be used in
Yeah.
sentences and their definition for that way.
Yeah.
So the first one was wild and aggressive behavior.
Okay. Yeah.
Understandable. The second one was enthusiastic.
Oh, that's you. You enthusiastic as hell. And apparently I've got a resting bee face. I'm standoffish. Yeah.
So I think so hurt by it.
Yeah. Go watch last episode.
Oh,
I was generally hurt by that. Genuinely.
oh, but it's true. Anyway, so you have
Yeah, anyways.
wild and aggressive behavior and enthusiastic. They're two very
Different spectrums.
very different spectrums for one word,
Yeah.
right? And I think it's interesting because when you take it into terms of relationships and use the word crazy, yes, there's crazy behavior, but also in my world, that kind of proves that for women that are being called crazy, they're just being enthusiastic with their honesty.
What a woman type switch for that. I'm not gonna lie. Well done. Put some fake applause if you can.
Yeah,
But
clap that. It's true, no?
they're just being
That sounds-
enthusiastic about their approach.
And honesty. They're enthusiastic about the truth. So in a man's world, that's crazy.
So you're a lawyer now, huh?
I think I could be. If I tried hard enough.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
I you know what? That's actually a very good spin on that. I can't even lie. But crazy, still crazy. Ain't about being enthusiastic. It's okay. Now I hear it, but what we're talking about,
Yes.
is the wild and aggressive part,
Okay.
where things don't have to lead to where they went to.
Okay.
So in that first episode,
Yeah.
you said something along the lines of like, what the guy does
Yeah.
makes the woman go crazy.
Yeah.
And then it could also end up being vice versa.
Action, reaction. Yes.
Yeah. The action causes the reaction.
Yeah.
Well done, scholar.
What can I say?
But why I feel like that's not always the case, and it also can depend on like age spectrum and maturity, kind of similar to what we said last episode. A mature person reacting wild and aggressive means you probably are crazy. If you now in your 30s, 40s, and you're still having a wild and aggressive reaction to something, you might be crazy.
But that's also then questioning wild and aggressive. Let's really understand what that means.
Okay, let's delve into this.
The woman on Instagram. Everyone saw the video.
She blew up the
Everyone
goddamn...
saw the video.
Yeah.
When she blew up her ex's front door.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
I'm sorry.
And
that
I
is
said,
crazy.
The funny thing is, I said in the episode, I feel like these things mainly just happen out in America or whatever.
Here we are.
Yeah, not long after.
UK.
What was that? Northampton or something along
Maybe
the lines?
Nottingham. One of those. Crazy. That's crazy.
You know what's even crazier about that? It was in a communal area where
But that's what I'm saying.
his door is here and then the neighbor's door is like there.
That was just
There.
too impulsive.
It blew up 2 doors.
Yeah, like you could have hurt anybody.
What? Yeah.
And not your ex.
What if there was like the family was on the other side of the door getting ready to go out? Boom.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
So I feel like that's the type of energy
Yeah.
we're talking about when we say wild and aggressive, right?
Okay.
That's is there
Yeah.
any more to that? Is there anything? I feel like that's the spectrum. I feel like those things there is wild and aggressive. Okay. Anyway, back to what you were saying.
I forgot now because I got so wrapped up in that woman
I
blowing up
said
the
the
house.
woman blew up the
I look
house
alive.
because that explosion was actually bigger
It
than
was
I thought it
wild.
was gonna be.
It was wild.
I was like, yeah, nah. But no, like the action reaction.
Yes. Yeah.
And I feel like, yeah, agreed. Anything in that spectrum of energy,
Yeah.
blowing up somebody's front door over a certain age is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But what if it's like, as the guy, I don't know, you go out with your friends, for example, and you're not a cheater in the slightest. Yeah, you've been in a good relationship, blah blah blah. But your girl keeps texting you, calling you like, you better not be out there with girls. You better not blah 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 blah. Is that not crazy? And like you've done nothing to cause this. She's just that's how she.
I feel like it can be deemed
Which
as
obviously
crazy.
the guy, there are plenty guys who do the same,
Yeah.
vice versa. So I'm not
I
saying
feel
it's
like
only a
it.
woman thing.
Yeah, it definitely can be from both sides. It can
Yeah.
be deemed as crazy, but I think when you actually really look at it, it's just insecurities.
Yeah, you're right. You got some PTSD about something. Boom, boom,
This
boom.
has obviously happened to you before.
But then you should really go. You should go heal before you go out.
Yeah,
here.
how many people really go do that first?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like they will just get into another relationship and hope it's better, and then
That's
it's not,
scary.
and
Don't
then you
do
just
that.
da. So I feel like it can be deemed as crazy to somebody, or needy, or it can be deemed as many things. But when you actually really, they've probably just been through it before.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I would deem it as crazy. I would deem it as annoying for sure. I'd be like,
Hell yeah.
stop. I'll be like,
Hell
stop
yeah.
it. Stop it.
Hell
But also though, like, I feel like if you're mature enough in that situation and you're both getting into a relationship and you know the other person is like that, then you can help them. Like, I know there are people out there that they know their girlfriend or their boyfriend is an overthinker. So they'll do
Right.
things to prevent it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Right, yeah.
if you're going out, for example, and your girlfriend's doing that to you, texting,
You can do things
you
to
could
ease
do
that.
things to ease that easily.
For sure.
From the beginning, oh, I'm going this, I'm doing this. As annoying as it may be,
Yeah.
you chose to be in that situation.
This is true.
So therefore, help her.
What if it doesn't?
If you didn't know, it's different.
What if it doesn't help though? You're doing all these things to make her feel comfortable, and it's still,
If she's not comfortable,
or make
then
them feel comfortable.
Then leave.
But now, okay. So this is another thing that can lead to the crazy part, right?
Right.
Exposing.
Yes.
The person.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
I've seen so many stories,
Yes.
of people they'll break up
Yeah.
with their partner,
Yeah.
male or female, and then now the person's on Instagram and
Yeah,
TikTok
yeah.
and Snapchat, whatever. Just this person is
Yeah.
blah 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 blah. This person's a manipulator, etc.
Yeah.
etc. Which I mean, I guess sometimes they can be,
Yeah.
but I've seen occasions where the person is not.
Yeah. Yeah. If it's lies, that's crazy. If it's lies, that's wild.
You just exposing a man or a woman for no reason.
Like, you've got some hatred in there for that person.
yeah.
That
Yeah.
nothing else will solve.
If I can't have you, no one will.
Yeah. Like, that's your own personal problem.
Yeah.
Like, you hate somebody that much that you're just gonna lie. That's a lot. Like, and also that's a lot of energy for yourself.
Yeah.
To
boy.
go through all of that for a lie
It's wild.
is
Wild.
wild and aggressive behavior. It's on this side. It's on this side. Wild and aggressive behavior. Here you go. But if then on the other side, enthusiasm,
Yeah.
it's the truth.
And you're enthusiastic to get the word out there.
Why would you not help other people
So you're-
avoid
you're-
the trauma?
You're a prophet now or something.
Boom. See what I'm saying? So that's I feel like that's the like spectrum. And it's weird that I Googled it and there were two of those two different options.
Being enthusiastic and called crazy is crazy. I never expected that to be a synonym of
Me neither.
crazy.
When I saw enthusiastic, I was like, kind of like that. Kind of like that. I want to be crazy if I'm enthusiastic. I don't understand it, but
I hear that.
do you know what I mean?
I hear that.
But also, I feel like, okay, in terms of crazy, I feel like we also spoke about calling somebody crazy and the difference between a man calling a woman crazy and the woman calling a man crazy.
Yeah.
And I was saying that it's less likely a woman is going to call a man crazy. It doesn't really happen. Like, I don't think I've ever heard a woman say to me
I have.
that a man's crazy.
I have, but it goes back to kind of what I just said not long ago of the controlling part of what you do,
Yeah.
like who you out with, that sort
Yeah,
of stuff.
yeah.
Which I think is absolutely. I don't want to keep saying crazy, but
Yeah,
it's
we have
crazy.
to. It's the episode.
Don't be controlling.
Yeah.
That's
But that's the
unnecessary.
thing. I feel like with women's description of things, I feel like we use a lot of different words.
Yeah.
Whereas a man, if, for example, I feel like if that was happening, the texting thing,
Yeah.
a man wouldn't call it controlling.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, he
yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
use that word on
Yeah.
a woman. Because in a subconscious male, alpha male situation,
I can't be controlled.
I can't be controlled.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So therefore, they're crazy. I feel like crazy is the solution word to a lot of words they don't use. I'm like, thesaurus? Do you know what I mean? Like, crazy is used a lot in ways that you
When
don't
they're
need
not
to
really
be.
crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
they're not
doesn't need to be
really
out there like
crazy.
that.
You're
Yeah,
just saying that as a way out.
Yeah.
And I have heard a lot of men do that. I have a lot of male friends, so crazy gets flung around a lot, and I'm like,
But you've encountered some crazy
woo,
exes of your friends.
woo, yes, I have. God,
So are they crazy?
do you know what? It's because I encountered it
Yeah.
to my face. I was mind blown.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you can feel somebody's energy when they're talking to you.
Yeah.
Someone you don't know, yeah. To know they're crazy, just there. I said, I walked away.
Well, yeah, because there's not much you can do in that. Unless
Yeah.
you want to run the ones.
Yeah.
Now you run it. You don't want to run the hands.
I may be 5'10", but I ain't fighting nobody.
Yeah,
Tell
I
you
hear
that. Tell you that here. and
Avoid
now.
all
Yeah,
confrontation.
I
If it's
ain't
not
doing that.
if it's not worth killing or dying for, avoid confrontation, people.
I'm not doing that.
I think 50 Cent said
doing
that.
that.
And he's been shot 9 times.
Look at the facts today.
But yeah, avoid confrontation, y'all.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I feel like when you know somebody's crazy, it's different.
Yeah.
It feels different. Like, I feel like a crazy woman is scary to come across. Agreed.
Yeah. I mean, she blew up the door.
She blew up the door.
And the points I was giving in that first episode, I'm sure I said something along the lines of like slashing tire cars, breaking windows
Yeah,
and stuff.
and that was the whole.
What constitutes that reaction? What allows that to be like, oh, you know what, fair enough? Is it cheating?
No.
Because I think that also...
it depends though, because I feel like if I say I feel like a lot, which sorry, that's just my own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all this is a frame of mind. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's like dependent on the situation, obviously, and the only times that I've heard those stories about those slashing tires and like, what was this again?
Breaking windows.
No.
What? Oh, the enthusiasm. No, wild and aggressive.
The wild and aggressive behavior. The only time I've ever heard those have been about long distance things, like longevity things that have just been going on and on and on, and then the last straw comes.
Yeah.
Like when something's really just, why is it still going?
I hear that.
I feel like that's
Just
when it's
leave.
But if it's the other person,
Yeah.
you can't just leave it. If they're continuously hurting you,
Yeah.
I feel like that's where it gets to
Because
for
there
women.
are some people that will continuously, even if you've left, they will still like chase you down and like make your
I
life
know
hell.
that's happened to people.
Yeah,
like,
no,
even
same,
people
same,
I know.
same.
Like you can leave,
I think
but that
even
don't
mutual
mean
friends of
nothing.
ours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can leave and that means nothing.
Yeah, they're
and I
still
think
being-
that's what leads to that. That's where I go.
Nah, fair enough. You ain't crazy.
Yeah, I'm like, you've been pulled through some jungle, through all these things,
Yeah.
to get to this point where you slash his tire. I'm like, should have done worse.
You know what?
Sometimes it gets to that point.
From my own experience, yeah. Let me get a little vulnerable.
Oh,
From my
come
own
on.
experience, like time ago, from my first ever relationship. Obviously, that didn't end in the greatest of ways,
Yeah.
right? But I'm normally someone who I can be aggressive and standoffish. Well, I used to. Now I'm very I'm very calm.
You're accepting it.
But back then, I could be a bit more standoffish.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I remember being constantly, goaded by the other party on a social media wave.
Yeah.
And to me, it was like, all right, bruh. I'm not going to respond to you on a social media wave. I'm going to meet you in person.
Yeah.
And I remember I was literally going to do this, and I had to have family members genuinely stop me from reacting.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to do anything to my party,
Yeah.
but the other third party, oh
Yeah.
my God,
Ready.
I probably could have been in prison. I ain't gonna lie.
Ready.
And I don't want to do
Ready.
prison.
But that's what I mean. It can take you there.
Yeah, no, for sure. I
It's-
genuinely got
sometimes
pushed.
it's not a choice.
But you know what? The mad part with that is after I left
Yeah.
everything, like that third party is gone, my party is now gone.
Yeah.
Like I've moved on with life. I let that. Remember I was saying healing?
Yeah.
Let yourself heal. I didn't heal for time.
Yeah.
So I let that tension that I had
Mm.
from then, it just carried on for years. I wouldn't say years. Well, it was years.
Long enough.
Long enough time. So I remember one time I was at a party
Yeah.
with a bunch of friends. I don't really talk to most of these people no more, but we were at a club, and I remember we were talking. Me and like a friend of mine was talking. The girls were over like at the bar, so we're like this. I could see them, and I remember I glanced over, and I see like this one guy, he's just towering over the girl,
Yeah.
just screaming at her, screaming. So I went over there. Yeah, he was just like, he was shouting at her. And it's loud in the club, right? And you can't hear anything. But you could see like he was really wild and aggressive.
Category A.
So I instinctively, I
Yeah.
just went over there and I, hit him.
Yeah.
Did I hit him? I tried to hit him for sure. I don't know if I connected or not. I don't know, because it was like a reach.
The feeling was there.
Yeah. And then I remember being pulled out by security. And I genuinely was about to fight about 4 to 5 different security guards at the same time. I remember I dashed whatever. I had like I dashed there on the floor. I said, "What's up?" I was
said,
ready
"I'm
to go. I was
ready."
gonna get smoked.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. But and I'm saying this because that trauma
Yeah.
led me
Relatable in that
for
moment.
crazy.
Yeah,
led me
yeah,
to be
yeah,
crazy and wild and aggressive. Now, if something like, if I was to be in the exact same situation now as me now,
Yeah.
one, I'm not going to just automatically hit the guy.
Yeah. Agreed.
I will go over there and like intervene, but I'm not gonna blow up the spot and then all of a sudden I'm trying to fight 4 or 5 different trained professionals.
I'd
I probably could have taken one. Forget that. I'm taking 1 or 2 with me.
I'd watch.
But
Yeah. That would be
I'm
entertaining.
taking 1 or 2 with me. But
Yeah.
I did have a lot of. That was probably like the last. That time was the final straw where my mum even said, "Look, you need to
Stop that.
Yeah, you really need to calm down." And I started finding my ways and
Yeah.
calming down, go back to being me because I lost a bit of me.
Yeah.
But like leading up to that, I had so many different altercations. Boom, boom, boom.
But that's
and
what
then,
I
yeah,
think.
so it's like
It gets to that point. Like, imagine being in that space and never healing.
yeah,
And that's where I think it comes from. Because if that's just consistent, continuous,
yeah.
and you never heal, I'm blowing up doors every day. What do you mean? Everyone's front door's getting it. Do you know what I mean?
He's just at home playing PlayStation. Boom. What? I didn't throw no grenade.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Thinking you playing Call of Duty.
So I feel like the wild and aggressive, when you look into it, it's understandable sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's definitely not.
Yeah.
And I'm not accepting it all the time. But sometimes, again, that is the situation. And it leads that way. Other times, sometimes it can be impulsive too. Because, like, I know me. I'm not a fighter.
Yeah.
I ain't doing it.
No,
If somebody's trying
no.
to fight me, I'll be like, I ain't doing that. No, I'll be like, Kevin.
I'm not a fighter too, man.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
No, you're not a fighter, but you're
Done.
standing in front of me. Just,
I hear that.
I'll be like, don't hit him either. But like, I forgot what I was gonna say. I got excited about the fight.
Oh my days. You see, fighting just brings the caveman out of people. You just forget everything. You just want to scrap.
No, impulsive. I'm there.
Oh yeah, impulsive. Yes.
But like, sometimes people could create situations for you that create the wild and aggressive, impulsive act. Like, there's been a moment where I've never wanted to hit somebody more, and I don't hit nobody. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But even then, I'm like, what made that impulsive thought? It's a reaction to an action.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like the crazy from like a man calling a woman crazy, a lot of those crazy actions are impulsive from a woman.
Yeah.
Because that's what we are, impulsive. I feel like there's a lot more impulsive reactions from women than there are men, like in the moment.
Yeah.
Because I was saying this to my friend the other day in another scenario in terms of like a breakup. I was reading about it and it was saying like a woman will feel the pain of it and like be sad immediately for like maybe a couple of weeks, months, whatever.
Right.
But the man, that emotion won't kick in till months later.
Right.
And I feel like that's the difference with the impulsive reactions. I feel like a woman will feel that pain right there and then and want to blow up your door then.
I think it also
Then.
depends. Yeah, it depends as well on how like invested you are in the relationship.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. It's liars that get me. Those doors are getting blown.
I'm a Scorpio. No, I'm not doing
We're
that.
not doing it yet.
Um,
Yeah, I feel like it crazy can be deemed as impulsive behavior. I think from a man.
you should always take time
Yeah,
to think about the situation.
first.
If you've got someone who can call you, Saskia one time called me in a situation
Hell yeah, I
at like
did.
3 a.m.
Hell
I was still
yeah,
awake
I
anyway.
did. I say I ain't doing this alone, Kevin.
But yeah, if you've got someone who you can call when something's happening that you feel you might have a reaction to, or you're unsure of how to react,
Yeah,
call that person.
Yeah.
Mother, father, cousin, auntie, uncle, grandmother, grandfather,
somebody.
friend, whoever.
Somebody.
Whoever. You do not want to be me trying to fight 5 different security
Yeah.
guards. And at that point, my friends were still in the club because they were like, oh, okay, they're probably just gonna calm him down and bring him back in.
Yeah.
Nah, I was out there. I was getting, it's about to be Tekken.
Mm.
Tekken 8. Telling you. Tekken
The
9.
number. Yeah. Also, though, another point, I think a lot of, obviously, I'm only speaking from a woman's side, but I feel like a lot of women get called crazy, then become crazy. Have you ever felt like that?
What they just that's who they've become now. They're like, well, that's me now.
But in terms of a specific situation, like, okay,
But a
you've called me
specific-
crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play on it now. You think I'm crazy, so I might as well be. Do you know what I mean? In terms of like, I wasn't being crazy before,
But now
you want to run your mouth and tell everyone I'm crazy.
But if you keep getting into these situations,
Yeah, just peak. You're crazy.
then like
Yeah. If you've been called crazy multiple times on continuous occasions, it happens every how often.
Like, why
then
are you in this
You're the
situation?
common denominator.
Right.
But if you're not, can't be you.
I hear that. I feel like from like the situations I've seen, when the guy calls the woman crazy, and then they finally have a conversation, and she's like, "Oh, I'm not crazy. I just like you made me feel this way." You know, they'll come back to me and say like, "Yeah, you know what? She wasn't. I get why she reacted that way.
Yeah.
For sure.
But that's maturity again.
Yeah, a young 20-year-old, 16 to 20-year-old, whatever. You're probably not gonna have
Those conversations.
Yeah, you're just gonna flip
Yeah.
dash tables,
Yeah.
whatever. But then, you know, once you're 21 plus, you
I mean,
probably
we say
should
that.
start. I mean,
Should start.
when I was in that security guard situation and all of that
How
before,
old
I
were
was
you?
like 21, 22.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, I was. So it took me a little while. It's probably when I got to, I'm 28 now. It was probably when I was like, 24, I'd say I'd finally started going back to. The funny thing is, the younger me prior to that whole thing
Yeah.
was the less impulsive one, the less aggressive one. I wouldn't.
But
react.
I think as well, when you're younger,
Yeah.
you care less.
I mean, I definitely cared less. I didn't have a relationship till I was 18. So
Yeah, but your care for things are less like
you have less stresses in your life.
yeah.
So
it's like when you're younger, you're like someone told you to jump off this cliff into the river. When you were 7, you'd be like, yeah. Do you know what I mean? No, but in general, not you.
No, I hear that.
In general, kids will
hear
be
that.
like more.
You'll think about the
yeah,
consequences less.
yeah. When you're an adult, all those stresses that could happen
Yeah.
are there. You don't have that when you're younger. So I think that's a part of it. When you grow up, you have those thoughts, regardless of what's happening.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's why less people, when they're over 30 plus 40, their impulsiveness goes down. Should.
Should.
Because
I think that woman who blew up the door was probably in her 40s.
Yeah, she looked older. But
I mean,
she could have been younger.
Yeah, I was going to say
She could have been younger. At this point in time, she could have been any age.
When you're willing to blow things up, you
Yeah.
age quickly.
Ooh, I don't even know how she did that. I'd have to Google it and everything. But like, yeah, I feel like it's the maturity. It's just the change of the way you think. And I don't feel like, well, they do say that, you know, men don't mature till they're like 40. So
I don't know. I don't know if I can agree with that one.
if you Google it.
I think a man's prime is considered in the 40s, but I don't know about
Up here.
maturing.
Up here.
I don't know. I feel like
Majority, not you. Majority.
yeah,
As a whole.
I can only speak around.
Yeah,
the
but as
girls
a
that-
whole, you know a lot of men. As a whole,
Yeah.
the male gender, it's really... Obviously, we can only speak for England because we ain't anywhere else.
Yeah.
So I can tell you...
I mean, I could in Brazil. I'm from Mozambique, in Brazil, people. In Brazil, those men are crazy. You do some shit happens out there.
That's a
Oh my
different...
god!
I feel like every country has their own definition of crazy.
Bruh, they react wildly out there. It's like if the partner cheats, oh boy, you better hope that person's
I mean,
still
yeah,
alive.
same in
Like
yeah.
Jamaica and all them places,
Yeah,
it's the
yeah,
same
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
So thank God it don't happen here as much.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, not in our world.
Yeah, not
That's
in our
okay.
world.
Yeah, no, I just think it's the word crazy just blows my mind sometimes because a lot of people say it just to say it, and I'm like, just me blinking like, I'm just gonna keep saying the word crazy. What's that film where he says what's the one with Will Smith and he's like a superhero?
Hancock.
Yeah, and he says, "Call me something one more time."
I think he is crazy.
Is he crazy?
Yeah. And then he just blows up the spot.
Because it's just unnecessary.
Yeah, but
He's a little bit crazy. But like,
I think he was getting crazy because
he was getting crazy. Everyone kept calling him crazy.
no, because he was getting close to
No,
that woman again.
Everyone
And
kept
he was
calling
literally
him
losing
crazy.
his powers. And,
Everyone kept calling him crazy and he didn't like it. He didn't, regardless of the other bits.
well,
But like, yeah.
technically,
So-
some people still call Will Smith crazy now.
They do. But
So,
we won't get into that. I don't think I know enough
is
about
Jada
that to
Pinkett
say.
crazy?
I ain't doing that.
Why?
I'm not doing that here. This ain't red. This is a white table. I ain't doing that. Nah. You can't do that to me. No. Mature decisions were made. Yeah, no. I don't feel like crazy should be used as often as it is.
Yeah.
Have you used the word crazy on a woman?
That the women that I've dated?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Hmm.
I don't think so.
But you know people that have, for sure.
Oh, 100%.
For sure.
100%.
They will, yeah. I feel like a lot of men have said it to me too. And I'm like, not about me.
Yeah,
about the
yeah,
other
yeah.
person. And I'm like,
Yeah, I don't think I have. Thankfully, they actually haven't given me any reasons to call them crazy.
yeah.
So I'm lucky on that part. Or maybe I just choose fairly well. So it's not to say, it's easy to choose. I'm not saying that. Don't like people don't always show their
It's
true
not
colors.
easy to choose. Oh, no,
Yeah,
they don't.
so
Yeah.
I ain't judging you people if you've
Yeah.
chosen wrong, unless you keep choosing the same kind of person every time. If you're always with the roadman and they keep doing roadman things, there you go. If you're always with the CEO,
Can we just see his characteristics have
nah.
changed?
And then if you were the CEO and he's never home, and then you go with another CEO, he's never home. Well, clearly there's something going on. There's a theme. They're a CEO. They work a lot.
Yeah. It's yeah. But anyway, let's go back to this. See these?
Yes.
Wild and aggressive and enthusiastic. This one's still blowing my mind a little bit. Kind of enjoy it, really like it. So for crazy in terms of enthusiastic, let's do that.
Right.
What do you think that means? Because obviously I've told you my woman train of thought on that, in that being enthusiastic about the honesty and the truth behind whatever's happening.
I mean, I can agree with that. I guess you're
Yeah.
enthusiastic about finding out what's really happened.
See, but then if that did happen, your first thought wouldn't be to call them crazy, would it?
But enthusiastic is literally a form of crazy. That's the whole.
Yeah. In the
And that's why you
dictionary.
call them crazy.
Yeah, but
Right.
like, it's not like something you
It's
would...
synonymous. If you're overly enthusiastic about your approach is overly enthusiastic, and now you have to tell me now, or you're doing certain things. It's literally that's why it's synonymous.
But
with
only
crazy.
in those scenarios. If I was enthusiastic about trains, you wouldn't call me crazy.
No, you're crazy about trains.
Yeah, but I'm crazy about trains, but I'm not crazy.
About trains.
Nah. Nah.
It's there. Is that not what it is? Is that not what the...
No, as in, I'm crazy about trains. You wouldn't call me crazy.
No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
Like, you know,
but that's what I mean. So in terms of the relationship side,
yeah,
I'm being called crazy.
you're crazy about him.
Yeah, not crazy. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I hear that.
It's thrown too much.
Yeah, because you might be crazy to someone else, but you're not crazy to me.
Yeah.
But that's because we have two very
I'm not crazy about
friendship,
trains either.
relationship, romantic relationship. Two different
Yeah.
things.
Okay.
So that kind of coincides with the last episode.
Okay. I feel like I don't have anything else to say about the word crazy.
It's a tough one.
I feel like it's hard.
Yeah, it's never. No one's ever gonna. I feel like we came to a good agreement
level
anyway.
ground.
Like, I agree with.
I feel like a lot of
people.
people wouldn't come to a level ground on that.
Because some people will be like, no, they're crazy. That's it. End of. But you also have to see what you've done to cause. You know?
Yeah.
And then, like I said, if they haven't actually done anything to cause it, I mean, you're kind of crazy, bro. You keep living off your PTSDs, and that's not fair on the person that you're currently seeing.
Yeah, I think it's
go heal like I did.
Important part is go heal. Look, I was giving inspiration, advice. Heal is the word of that.
You have to. There's no point going from this relationship where you were touted as crazy to then a few months later you were someone else, and like you're bringing what's happened there, the baggage from that one to this one, and you're having similar reactions. You're never going to change.
Yeah.
But if you had this, then you had a break in between, healed yourself. I'm not saying don't date, but you don't have to be in anything 100% committed. And you're healing, finding yourself. You're not going to bring that baggage here. It stays at that terminal.
I put you to talk at a retreat.
That baggage stays at that terminal. It doesn't come over with you to the next place.
Yeah.
You got now a new set of luggage.
And also, I feel like, I mean, this is what I do. If somebody's calling me crazy,
just walk out, man.
Yeah, cool. I know I'm not crazy.
Respect yourself enough to not have to.
You respect yourself enough. Yeah. There's no way anyone could do anything to you, really and truly. Like,
exactly.
I've been called crazy. Great.
All right.
Believe what you want to believe. That's cool, but it don't mean I'm crazy. Like, for sure. And I know there's a lot of people that get called crazy and that hurts. Like, they're like, oh,
it
like,
shouldn't.
I feel. Yeah, it shouldn't.
But I'm not diminishing anybody's past experience, because I understand that sometimes being called crazy has a really strong tie to something that's happened in the past, but you shouldn't let it affect you. Like, it's just a word that they claim you are, and you know yourself you're not.
Yeah.
Go leave and go find someone else that doesn't think you're crazy.
Well, the definition of the word crazy that I Googled made me kind of happy, because I was like,
you're enthusiastic.
Yeah.
Which literally you are.
Yeah.
And I'm standoffish.
I don't know how many times we're going to bring this up. I'm like, do I regret it? Do I not? I don't know. Like, are we going to keep doing this? The thing is, for everybody else, anywhere we go now, anything we do, something happens, he's going to be like, yeah, well, I'm standoffish.
Yeah, I'm going to be wildly self-conscious now. I'm going to be standing there. Oh, hold on. Let me smile. Okay. Oh, shit.
It's just sometimes.
And now I've got to think about the way I walk. Am I walking too thuggish? Let me walk more jolly. Let me walk like Conor McGregor and do this.
I did not come for you physically.
Nah. That's it, man. Now I got to start wearing bright colours too. Because
you do wear bright colours.
I was wearing bright colour last
episode.
You
wear more bright colours than I do.
Now I'm more standoffish because, you know.
Just getting emotional and
but that was a good talk.
Yeah. If you got any questions about that?
Yes. If you've had any situations where you've been called crazy, or someone's doing something you consider is crazy to you.
Or what you think is crazy.
Is it enthusiastic to you? Is it wild and aggressive? Or is there another term that you've got for it?
Don't forget the
Drop us a DM at frameofmind.pod. Drop a comment. Subscribe. Sass.
Love us and leave us.
Aye.